His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa issued Order 15 of 2026, appointing members of the Board of Trustees of the Isa bin Salman Educational Charitable Trust, after reviewing the Constitution Royal Order Number 11 of 2013, establishing the Isa bin Salman Educational Charitable Trust, and Royal Order Number 14 of 2022, restructuring its Board of Trustees. It is stipulated that the board shall be chaired by His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, with the following as members: Minister of Education, Deputy Chairman, President of the Crown Prince's Court, Sheikh Asil bint Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa, Dr. Maryam Hassan Mustafa Muhammad Ahmed Khalid Al Araifi, Sheikh Muad bin Du'aj bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Yasser Abdul Jalil Sharifi, Ali Habib Qasim, Amal Ahmed Al Abbasi. The term of membership shall be 4 years, renewable. Bahrain continues to consolidate the foundations of security and stability through measures that protect society and boost its cohesion in the face of current challenges in a manner that reflects a clear vision and a firm stance. The measures have received widespread support, starting within the kingdom itself, extending to the wider Gulf and Arab regions, and reaching international positions that support the security and stability of Bahrain. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa received the Italian ambassador to Bahrain, Andrea Catalano, at Rifah Palace. His Royal Highness highlighted the long-standing relations and strategic ties between Bahrain and Italy that continue to advance across various fields and areas of mutual interest. His Royal Highness noted that shared commitment to further strengthening cooperation and to extending bilateral partnerships across a range of sectors that contribute towards achieving the ambitions of both countries and their peoples. Discussions also focused on regional developments and their implications for regional and international security and stability, in addition of issues to mutual interest. Catalano expressed appreciation for His Royal Highness' commitment to enhancing the Bahraini-Italian relations in support of shared aspirations, wishing Bahrain continued growth and prosperity. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, also attended the meeting. The Representatives' Council held its first extraordinary session presided over by its Speaker Ahmed Limsallam. The Speaker thanked His Majesty the King on issuing the royal decrees, dissolving the fourth session of the sixth legislative term of the Shura and Representatives' Councils, as well as extending the sixth legislative term for both councils. He commended the support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister in enhancing constructive cooperation between the legislative and executive authorities. The Council approved the report of the Legislative and Legal Affairs Committee regarding the request to revoke memberships. It unanimously decided to approve the committee's recommendation to revoke membership of 3 members. The Speaker declared their seats vacant. The Council also approved the report of the Services Committee regarding Decree Law 39 of 2025, amending certain provisions of the Decree Law on the regulations of fundraising for public purposes. This session then approved a number of draft laws and referred them to the Shura Council.
All the procedures that we've been taking regarding the termination of the membership were carried out in accordance with Article 99 of the Constitution and the executive regulation of the esteemed House of Representatives. We all affirm as parliamentarians that there will be no leniency with regard to the sovereignty and security of the Kingdom of Bahrain, and that the House of Representatives will continue to work to support the effort of the wise leadership aimed to preserving the security of our dear Kingdom of Bahrain.
The Representatives' Council, chaired by Ahmed Limsallam, approved decree law concerning the concession of agreement for the Juba and Pretawil reservoirs in Bahrain field. This agreement stipulates a partnership between the government of Bahrain, represented by the Oil Ministry, Babco Energies and EOG Resources, reflecting Bahrain's commitment to leveraging global expertise. We have more details in this report.
With prospects holding even more promising opportunities for the oil and gas sector, the Council of Representatives in approved decree law concerning the concession agreement for the Juba and Pretawil reservoirs in the Bahrain field, and decided to refer it to the Shura Council to complete the necessary legislative procedures. This agreement aligns with the strategic directions aimed at enhancing energy security and increasing the efficiency of resource utilization, natural resources, and supporting the national economy, including the implementation of exploration campaigns and the drilling of 5 wells in the Juba reservoir, with operations continuing throughout the current year, thus enhancing oil and gas exploration efforts in Bahrain. The session witnessed parliamentary praise for the role led by Chairman of the Board of Directors of Babco Energies, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, in developing the oil and energy sector. Members emphasized that the sector's progress reflects a clear vision and an approach based on efficiency, transparency, and strategic planning. MPs affirmed that the current phase is witnessing a qualitative leap in the management of the energy sector, whether through the development of oil agreements, attracting global partnerships, or enhancing the efficiency of operational processes, thereby supporting the national economy and consolidating the sustainability of this vital sector. Several MPs also affirmed that the oil facilities have proven their ability to continue operating and producing efficiently, despite various challenges and exceptional circumstances, especially in the light of the hostile Iranian attacks on oil facilities in Bahrain. The agreement is expected to contribute to attracting additional investments to the oil and gas sector, increasing production, transferring technology, and providing specialized training programs for national personnel, thus enhancing the capabilities of the sector and supporting sustainable economic development plans in Bahrain.
The BDF General Command announced that all services and units at the highest levels of readiness and full defensive preparedness. The General Command expressed pride in the advanced combat readiness and high vigilance demonstrated by its personnel in carrying out their national duties to defend the kingdom and safeguard its achievements. It urged the public to exercise caution regarding any unfamiliar or suspicious objects resulting from the attacks and to avoid approaching or handling them. The General Command affirmed that personnel of the Royal Field Engineering Unit remain fully prepared to safely deal with such objects, ensuring the safety of all citizens and residents.
إن الأداء المشرف الذي يسطره رجال قوى دفاع البحرين يبعث على طمأنينة وثقة راسخة بأن سماء ومياه وأراضي مملكة البحرين مصونة بعون الله. إن ينصركم الله فلا غالب لكم.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Al-Zayani, participated in the ministerial meeting of the Mediterranean, Arab League and Western Balkan countries, Med9, held virtually to discuss current challenges and their impact on regional security and stability, as well as the repercussions of tensions in the Middle East and the Gulf region, particularly in light of disruptions to vital maritime routes, including the closure of the Strait of Hormuz and its impact on energy security, the supply of essential goods, and international trade. The minister emphasized that the recent developments in the Gulf region are extremely serious. Disrupting navigation in the Strait of Hormuz not only threatens the regional but also global stability as a whole. He noted that the impact of these developments on the 9 Mediterranean countries and their maritime interests is clear and direct. He said that the new draft resolution to be presented to the Security Council was co-authored by the U.S. and Bahrain with the support of the 5 GCC states, which aims to address Iran's continued obstruction of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz over the past 2 months. He added that the draft resolution reaffirms the rules of international law and calls on Iran to cease attacks on commercial vessels, detect and remove sea mines, stop imposing transit fees, and facilitate a safe humanitarian corridor. The minister explained that the resolution sends a clear message that the Security Council is prepared to consider further measures should Iran fail to comply. He stressed that it is essential for the international community to seize this opportunity to demonstrate its unity in reopening the Strait of Hormuz, given its vital importance in freeing 23,000 sailors and 1,600 vessels, many of which belonging to the 9 Mediterranean countries. Bahrain expressed unwavering solidarity with the UAE, affirming full support for all legitimate measures it takes to safeguard its sovereignty, security, and stability. In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs emphasized Bahrain's categorical rejection of false Iranian allegations and statements, asserting that such claims infringe upon the UAE's sovereignty and undermine the independence of its national decision-making. The ministry reiterated Bahrain's call for Iran to adhere to international law by respecting regional sovereignty, abstaining from internal interference, and upholding the principles of good neighborliness. This appeal includes the cessation of all hostile actions and the preservation of maritime safety in the Strait of Hormuz in accordance with UN Security Council Resolution 2817. It also underscored the necessity of supporting diplomatic initiatives aimed at de-escalation to promote regional and international peace and security. The Survey and Land Registration Bureau has developed a fully electronic document issuance signature service. This new digital procedure is part of a package of ongoing improvements aimed at expediting processes, reducing document issuance time, and enhancing operational efficiency. This aligns with the government's digital transformation goals and elevates the user experience. The chairman of the Bureau, Engineer Bassam Al-Hamar, affirmed that this service is part of the Bureau's adoption of innovative digital solutions that enhance efficiency, improve service quality, and support digital transformation. He noted that this procedure falls within a framework focused on simplifying procedures, reducing requirements, and increasing the efficiency of government services in line with national trends in digital transformation. Al-Hamar indicated that the Bureau operates according to a continuous methodology of developing government services, which is based on reducing the number of required steps and documents, standardizing application procedures, and fully transitioning to electronic channels. This ensures faster service delivery, enhances the effectiveness of the work system, and raises the efficiency of institutional performance. The Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Naimi, visited local newspapers to mark Bahrain Press Day, observed annually on May 7th. The minister said the responsible and professional role demonstrated by Bahrain's press at this pivotal stage reflects the approach established by His Majesty the King through the reform process. He added that this approach places responsible national discourse at the forefront of safeguarding security, stability, unity, and national achievements. He also highlighted key points in His Majesty the King's remarks, reaffirming that the nation comes first and that Bahrain is a shared responsibility among all citizens. The minister commended the strong national awareness and professionalism shown by the press in addressing this critical period in a manner that upholds national principles, strengthens unity, and supports the comprehensive development process. He said the advanced role of Bahrain's press also reflects the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister and his continued support and recognition for journalists and media professionals to empower them to carry out their role in national development. He underscored the strong presence and notable contributions of Bahraini journalists, reflecting the high level of professionalism and awareness among those working in the sector. He said that Bahraini Press Day represents a renewed commitment to using responsible journalism in service of the kingdom through unity and support for the leadership of His Majesty the King. The editors-in-chief of local newspapers expressed their appreciation to the minister for the visit and for marking Bahraini Press Day with them. They reiterated their determination to carry out their media role with professionalism and responsibility, using their platforms to serve the nation and defend its achievements towards further progress and prosperity for Bahrain.
The Kingdom of Bahrain celebrates Bahrain Press Day in recognition of the sincere and professional national efforts that the press and media sector in the Kingdom of Bahrain has made and continues to make, fulfilling its role and noble mission in accordance with the high standards of credibility, transparency, and patriotism and the best interests of the nation. The visit by the Minister of Information, Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Naimi, to local newspapers was widely praised by the national staff, who appreciated the ministry's commitment to implementing the directives of His Majesty the King and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to develop the press and media sector in Bahrain, enabling it to fulfill its professional and national duties to the fullest. During his tour, the Minister of Information affirmed that the support of His Majesty the King and the close follow-up of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of the national press and media sector enhanced their role and effective influence in addressing various issues and topics of public concern and raising the level of social awareness, in line with the requirements of different stages and promoting the Kingdom of Bahrain's development and progress. During his visit, the Minister of Information hailed the active and influential role these organizations play in shaping public opinion, adhering to the high standards of noble professionalism that uphold the nation and convey the truth to the public, and fulfilling their news and educational role to the fullest in the face of challenges and crises.
The Kingdom celebrates Bahrain Press Day, observed annually on May 7th to mark a long-standing national media tradition in which the media is a partner in conveying the truth and keeping pace with the nation's achievements. On this national occasion, the status of Bahraini press is reaffirmed in recognition and appreciation of the role of the media and the national press, and in pride with the contributions of Bahraini journalists and media professionals and their dedication to carrying out their mission with efficiency. We have more details in this report.
Bahrain Press Day, observed annually on May 7th, is a national occasion that embodies a media journey spanning decades, during which the press has been a genuine partner in development and a witness to a rich media history, consolidating the values of awareness, knowledge, and national belonging. Over the years, the Bahraini press has managed to keep pace with the rapid changes in the media landscape, while upholding its professional and humanitarian mission, continuing its role in conveying the truth with complete integrity. The national press remains present at all key moments, reporting events objectively and highlighting the nation's achievements across various fields. In light of the support of His Majesty the King and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, press and media organizations in the Kingdom of Bahrain continue to develop their digital media tools and platforms, which enhances their presence locally and regionally and reaffirms Bahrain's status as a platform for professional journalism and constructive dialogue. Bahrain Press Day is an opportunity to recognize the efforts of journalists and media professionals who continue to carry out their mission with dedication and sincerity, shouldering the responsibility of conveying the truth, raising public awareness, and upholding the values of integrity and credibility. With its history, experience, and national talent, the Bahraini media remains one of the key pillars of the nation's progress, a voice that reflects the nation's aspirations and supports its journey towards further progress and prosperity.
The Ministry of Interior said that investigations into espionage cases involving foreign entities, as well as incidents of support for the Iranian attacks on the kingdom, found that those arrested had close links to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps with the ideology of Wilayat al-Faqih, and added that intensive investigations are underway to determine the connections and motives behind the offenses. The ministry is conducting a comprehensive security and legal review of unlawful activities linked to the exploitation of ideological and religious movements through media outlets, platforms, and social, charitable, and educational institutions, including schools and kindergartens. It said that review covers activities aimed at spreading misleading concepts and entrenching the influence of what it described as an extremist ideology with political dimensions operating under a religious cover within different areas of community activity. The ministry noted that such acts had been committed to despite the state continuing to provide services and support to all citizens. The ministry said these actions sought to incite hostility against the state, intimidate citizens and civil society institutions, spread hatred within society, and threaten the kingdom's security and public safety. It added that authorities are addressing the underlying factors that led to what it described as violations and crimes that do not reflect the national spirit and values of Bahrain society. The ministry stressed the importance of boosting community partnership, describing public cooperation at this stage as essential, and underscored the need to reinforce social cohesion and preserve national unity in support of the country's interests. The head of terror crimes prosecution stated that the lower criminal court issued rulings in 7 separate cases involving rioting, violence, and acts of vandalism. 14 defendants were sentenced to imprisonment ranging from 2 to 3 years and fined between 200 to 500 BD and had seized items confiscated. The defendants were referred to the public prosecution, which conducted investigations, questioned those involved, heard witness testimonies, and reviewed technical reports before referring the case to the courts. The court examined the cases over several hearings before issuing its rulings. The public prosecution said that it will continue to take firm legal action against any acts that undermine public security or endanger community safety, stressing its commitment to enforcing the law and safeguarding stability. The head of terror crimes prosecution stated that the lower criminal court issued 2 rulings in separate cases involving the filming and photographing of vital facilities. The defendants were sentenced to imprisonment ranging from 1 to 5 years, with one defendant also fined 100 BD and seized items confiscated. The public prosecution conducted investigations, questioned the defendants, heard witness testimonies, and reviewed technical reports before referring the cases to court. The court examined the cases over several hearings and issued its rulings. The public prosecution said that it will continue to take firm legal action against any violations of laws and regulations or acts that compromise the kingdom's security, endanger vital facilities, or undermine public safety, in line with the enforcement of the law and the preservation of security and stability. During presidency of the UN Security Council last April, Bahrain spearheaded an initiative that restored respect for international law and established a balanced approach to countering escalation. This presidency set the tone and affirmed that Bahrain is an influential partner in international decision-making through effective diplomacy.
Amid one of the most complex geopolitical phases the region and the world have witnessed, the Kingdom of Bahrain concluded its presidency of the UN Security Council for the month of April, during which it led intensive diplomatic efforts amid escalating Iranian aggression against several regional countries and the accompanying serious threats to international maritime security and global economic stability. At a time when all eyes turned to the Strait of Hormuz, following the Iranian regime's attempts to use it as a political and military bargaining chip, Bahrain chose to address the situation through international law and calm diplomacy, rather than through escalation and emotional reactions, setting a balanced example in the management of international crises within the halls of the United Nations. During its presidency, the kingdom successfully led extensive diplomatic efforts to rally a unified Gulf and international stance condemning Iranian attacks on regional countries, affirming the importance of protecting maritime security and freedom of passage in international waterways. Among the most notable of these efforts was the Security Council's adoption of Resolution 2817, submitted by Bahrain on behalf of the GCC states and Jordan, which called on Iran to immediately cease its attacks and condemned its targeting of the security and stability of regional states and its threat to the freedom of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. Bahrain also chaired high-level UN sessions focused on strengthening international cooperation to safeguard maritime security and shifting the issue of international navigation from the realm of political wrangling to the framework of international legal legitimacy, affirming that the security of maritime corridors is a collective responsibility that is not subjected to political bargaining or blackmail. The kingdom also chaired important sessions within the Security Council, addressing cooperation between the UN and the GCC, as well as the session on maritime safety and the opening of the Strait of Hormuz, which saw broad international support for the need to end threats to maritime navigation and ensure freedom of passage through this vital strait. In addition, the kingdom chaired a Security Council session on the situation in the Middle East, including the Palestinian cause. As the month of the presidency ends, Bahrain reaffirms its commitment to continuing to play an active and influential diplomatic role, guided by a steadfast approach rooted in wisdom, balance, and respect for international law, and to further strengthen its position as a reliable partner trusted by the international community in managing complex regional and international issues.
The National Communications Center continues to provide a media briefing to inform citizens and residents of the latest developments in light of the hostile Iranian attacks on Bahrain. During the briefing, the center affirmed that military, security, and civil authorities continue to carry out their duties with a high degree of efficiency within an integrated national system operating around the clock.
Dear citizens and residents, the National Communications Center continues to present this media briefing as part of its ongoing monitoring of developments related to the hostile Iranian attacks and the evolving regional situation to keep you informed of the latest updates and the national measures being taken. Military, security, and civil authorities continue to carry out their duties with a high degree of efficiency within an integrated national system operating around the clock. This system is underpinned by high readiness, rapid response, and sustained coordination across all entities to safeguard national security and the safety of all. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister issued Decision Number 17 of 2026, extending the term of municipal councils for a period of 6 months from the date of expiry, in light of the current circumstances and their repercussions. The Kingdom of Bahrain also expressed unwavering solidarity with the United Arab Emirates, affirming full support for all legitimate measures taken by the UAE to safeguard its sovereignty, security, and stability. Bahrain emphasized its categorical rejection of the false Iranian allegations and statements, asserting that such claims infringe upon UAE's sovereignty and undermine the independence of its national decision-making. The kingdom also reiterated its call for Iran to adhere to international law by respecting regional sovereignty, abstaining from internal interference, and upholding the principles of good neighborliness. This call includes the cessation of all hostile actions and the preservation of maritime safety in the Strait of Hormuz, in accordance with UN Security Council Resolution 2817. It also underscored the necessity of supporting diplomatic initiatives aimed at de-escalation to promote both regional and international peace and security. We now turn to Captain Abdurrahman Mansouri from the Ministry of Interior for the latest security updates.
Dear citizens and residents, the Ministry of Interior, through all its directorates and police forces, remains committed to the highest levels of competence and readiness to carry out security tasks and duties in line with its mission to safeguard the kingdom's security and stability, which requires continuous monitoring to address the repercussions of emergency situations. As part of the Ministry of Interior's approach to keeping the public informed of the security efforts undertaken to safeguard national security, the Ministry clarified that evidence has confirmed that those arrested on charges of espionage cases involving foreign entities and sympathizing with Iran's hostile aggression had close links to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and the ideology of Walayat al-Faqih. In this regard, the Ministry of Interior is conducting intensive investigative efforts to identify the links and circumstances that led to these crimes through a comprehensive security and legal review. In its statement, the Ministry of Interior stressed that citizens' cooperation at this stage is of utmost importance and requires efforts to strengthen community solidarity and protect the national fabric. In line with its role in addressing emergency situations, the Ministry of Interior continues to provide community security services, customs, passports, residency, and traffic services. In this context, the Director General of Traffic announced the launch of a unique initiative to equip motorcycles escorting official convoys with an electronic plate system, contributing to traffic regulation and enhancing safety. As part of efforts to investigate security incidents, the General Directorate of Criminal Investigation and Forensic Science arrested 3 individuals who stole a large quantity of copper wires from a company. The stolen items were valued at 10,000 Bahrain dinars. The General Directorate also arrested an individual for misusing social media by posting comments that publicly insult a simple, revered by a religious community through his social media account, which constitutes a legal offense. While these field security efforts continue, security awareness remains a key focus. The Coast Guard held a maritime awareness campaign in the eastern area to enhance maritime safety and raise awareness among fishermen, boat owners, and seagoers on the importance of complying with maritime safety guidelines and regulations. May Allah protect the Kingdom of Bahrain. May Allah protect His Majesty the King and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. May Allah protect the citizens and residents of Bahrain. Thank you.